All right, we are live. So, uh, nobody's in yet, but hi if you are, and we just don't see you. Welcome back. Ready to play another game of Dungeons and Dragons with my friends. Uh, so last time we left off, the party left the town of Gilster, freshly awakened, with bacon in hand and spirit in their step. They headed off towards the town of Endrick, planning to pass through there to head toward their first tower challenge of the Conjuration Tower. On the way to Vendrick, not quite reaching on the second day, the party encountered a pack of gnolls and a gnoll leader. They took care of most of the gnolls, the leader getting away, and
hello.
Huh?
Back, sorry.
Oh, welcome back. And they now have a captive gnoll. So that is where we left off. The party had yet to decide what to do with said gnoll. And there was some conversation out of game on what to do about it, but I don't believe a decision was officially made. So, party, you have a gnoll currently in the arms of David Twist that is bound by the legs and straining to get free, but has kind of lost his luster since he's, it hasn't worked. So what do you, party, wish to do about this gnoll?
Well, first and foremost, I feel like I should explain myself. I didn't quite feel comfortable slaughtering the entire group, be it bandits or otherwise. I gave a chance to the last group that we came to. I didn't feel it fair to kill these guys without giving them a chance as well. However, I appear to have not thought this through. I'll admit I'm not exactly sure where to go from here.
Speaks common? Salem says.
We could probably just point it in a direction, shove it off. I don't think it would come back again.
Nah, I want to keep it. Like, put him in my pocket or something. I mean, think of how helpful a gnoll would be if we can get it to do the things we want it to do.
One, it's intelligent, so I wouldn't feel comfortable doing that. No. We are not going to kill and eat a sentient creature.
Let's do it.
Let's not do it. Let's keep it as a pet.
Ozlius will pipe in and say, I'm not going to be responsible for it if we keep it. It stays away from me. So what do? You as a group have a gnoll.
I'm also going to pipe up against keeping this and say I've never really been a fan of dogs.
Kill it.
It don't look much like a dog. It looks kind of like... What do gnolls look like? They look like foxes, don't they?
Hyenas. They look like hyena men.
So it's more like a cat.
No. It's more like a dog.
Oh, 1 second.
So we have one person who wants to keep it, two people who don't want to keep it, one of them pushing more towards the let it go, and the other one not really stating his preferred release method. And it seemed that two others, Salem and Uninx, were for killing it and turning it into food.
Rations. Think about it.
We already have them.
Let's have more.
No. I feel like that shouldn't even be on the table.
The sun does slowly begin to set as you all begin this conversation. The knoll, having pretty much given up at this point, and kind of just limp in David's arms, just kind of looking around. He's kind of accepted whatever fate gets thrown at him. So what do you do?
It's even crueler than before to make it wait. We should just let it leave.
Fine.
Uninx, if you're talking, we can't hear you. Or at least I couldn't.
I could hear you.
You can hear her?
Yeah, I can.
It might be on your end.
Maybe. Here, let me. There
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Hello? Okay.
So what did you say?
Unix said, okay, fine. If you want to let it go, then I guess we can let it go. And it's your loss that you're going to miss out on a really nice meal.
Okay. David, you are still holding on to this knoll, but it seems the consensus of the party is to release it. You there, Kai?
Kai? Oh, Kai died. He's watching my stream. I don't know why. Kai!
I thought he said like BRB or 1 second, like a few seconds ago, but
Vote to market.
Why don't you just play what Mercury would be saying? Because that would break the tie. Oh.
I'm back. My bad.
Oh. Welcome back.
Mercury would probably come up and look at it and say, I don't know, it looks like it could be a pretty hard party animal. I think we should keep it too. And Ozlius will say, no, let's get rid of it. Just send it on its way. So at this point, it would be 2 for keeping it and 3 for releasing it.
Well, I guess since the majority wants to release it, we should just release it then.
So do you let it go?
Yeah. Tell it to run off.
Release the knoll, it lands on its feet, and then wah! Falls on its head because its feet are tied.
Wait. You're not supposed to untie its feet, though. Cause
It is on the ground currently, kind of half crawling, half worming its way away.
You next to untie its feet and then put the rope back in her bag.
Okay. Are you untying the rope, or are you cutting it?
Untying it.
Okay.
Oh god. As soon
What's
as
your
you hear-
AC?
Huh?
What's your AC?
Oh god. 16.
Okay. It takes a little while because as you go to untie it, it does start kicking out at you with its tied feet, and you're kind of like having to duck and not get kicked while untying it, but you do manage to untie it and sort of jump back before the knoll stands up, kind of glares at all of you, and then takes off into the forest.
Into the unknown.
That's
Like
beautiful.
different contracts.
Your knoll friend is no more.
Oh my god.
So, it becoming nighttime, I will assume that the party decides to rest.
Mm-hmm. You know, as soon as that fiasco is over, Cass is just going to like slap both hands on his knees, and he's like, "All right, I'm going back to bed. Good night, everyone." Just lays back down.
Yeah, Ozlius will kind of pat Mercury on the side and say, "Next time, try and get a little more information instead of us telling us to wake up." And Mercury will just kind of, "Yeah, sorry, dude." And Ozlius will go to sleep. I'm assuming the rest of the party does the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You all sleep, awake the next morning,
Oh,
and
I'm gonna do my hit dice while this happens.
it's a long rest, so you'll heal up at the end of the night.
Oh yeah, I'm done. Alright, that's short. Friends not here. Okay.
And you all finish another day and a half worth of travel. The next night, nothing of interest coming to happen until you end up in the next town of Fendrick.
Wow, that's awfully familiar to my last name, but it's not.
It is not your last name, but it's close. So, as you approach the outskirts of Vendrick, you see a few watchtowers sort of surrounding what looks like not much of a city, more of a camp. Um, it's large, but it's very much not what you would expect from a noble city. And as you approach and get closer, the guards in the watchtower don't even seem to be watching. You can see one actually taking a nap, his feet propped up on the sides. Uh, this town seems very leisure in its guard, and as you continue into the town, you can actually see why. It's because you see uh, different men and women dressed in different armors and stuff outside training. You see what looks like two archery areas set up for target practice and shooting. You see what looks like some of the homes, some dummies set out that they use to practice with, and you see a few even practicing and brawling with each other. A couple guards wrestling. So this seems to be a training ground of sorts. And you approach into the city. None of you have been here before. Ozlius would be semi familiar with this town since it is his neighbors, but he has not been here often, being a mage and not someone of fighting stature. So, what does the party wish to do? A few faces turn and look at the new group, but nobody approaches you.
I guess Unix will speak up.
Okay.
I think that maybe we should just, like, keep walking. I mean, there's not really much here for us, and I don't know. I mean, we could maybe sleep here, but we just kind of slept. So I mean,
It has been
That
a
is
day,
true.
and it's been about a day and a quarter.
oh, since we slept.
No,
Or-
you slept that night. So
I was like, what?
Since the encounter, it's been a day and a quarter.
Okay.
Well, how long is the journey from here to the tower?
Pulling out the map that Ozlius has, he would look over it and say, "It's about 2 more days." And that's not including finding the tower. I've never been there.
We could probably ask for directions from somebody in the town. I don't doubt that there would be I suppose, somebody to guide us there, or somebody to at least offer directions. But if we chose to walk, we could probably make a good headway before the sunset tonight.
Yeah, you're better at talking with people, so you can ask directions, but I'll just wait for the answer.
Okay. So is there I suppose like a central like tavern or inn or
You
just marketplace or just anywhere that I could
go
ask
ahead
someone
and
who would
roll a
probably
perception
know.
check.
Okay. Let's see. I think that's a +4, so ooh, 11.
It takes you a bit, just because there are so few houses and more like tents and training grounds.
Mm.
But you do see a small building with a small sign that just says inn. And it is safe to assume that that is in fact a tavern or an inn.
Lovely. I'm going to approach and see if once inside I can find the bartender or just owner, whoever.
All right. So you all head to that building there, and once inside, you see it's empty, and you behind the counter, there's just this half orc girl with an orange mohawk, and she's dressed very casually, just basic tunic and trousers. And she's just kind of very bored and nonchalant, leaning on her arm, her elbow resting on the counter, and she kind of just looks up. What's up?
Greetings. Do you well, of course you work here. Would you happen to have directions to the Tower of Conjuration? We have a map, though we're never been. Anything that we should look for along the way?
I imagine you should look for a tower.
Well, it's 2 days from here. We certainly won't be able to see it from this far out.
Fair enough. I've never been, though. I don't leave here much. I work here, I train here. Me and some of the guys, we switch off running this place. Not a lot of people show up. It's mainly just stop and go. You could ask Lord Vendrick. Him or his son might know.
And where would they happen to be?
At the manor. It's all the way on the north end of the city. It's a real big building. You can't miss it. On the opposite end of the training grounds.
All right. Thank you for your help.
If he's not at the house, check the big tent. He might be meeting with someone or having a pep talk or something.
Noted. And I think we're gonna head out.
Great.
I'm gonna thank her for the information and her help, and peace out the door.
Right. So you all exit and head towards the manor. Before you reach it, two guards, one of them rather burly, the other one a basic sort of knightly looking gentleman. They approach you as you begin to approach the manor, but don't quite get to it. And the big guy stops and says, "What's all this then? Who are you? What do you want?"
Traveling.
Cool. What are you doing here?
Passing through.
Well, then keep
Doesn't look to
going.
you. Why'd you stop us?
Because
do
you're
these
headed
people look
towards the
like-
manor.
No.
And I don't know who you are, so I can't just let you go up to the manor.
So do these guys look like town guards or personal guards?
It's hard to tell because there's no real professionalism amongst them.
Mhm.
You would think, if you had to guess, personal guards, but it's very hard to tell because as you've been walking through the city and looking around, everyone who's here, it just seems like a ragtag group of people beating each other up and trying to get stronger. So you're not sure
Fair.
if they're training to be military, personal guards. You're not sure. And the same with these two.
And his title was Lord?
Yeah.
Oh, in that case, I'm going to tell these guys, well, if you must know, we seek an audience with Lord Vendrick. So if you would kindly let us get on our way.
No, I won't. Because you still haven't told me who you are. You said you've been passing through. Other people pass through, they don't have a meeting with him. He didn't tell me about any meeting. So who are you?
Fine. I'll offer him my hand and I'll say, Cassius Phalistar at your service.
He'll just kind of look at your hand before sticking out, and his hand is very much larger than yours, and it almost wraps all the way around it.
Mm-hmm.
And he does give a firm squeeze, and it makes your hand ache a little bit. And he just goes, "Call me Bruce."
Pleasure to meet you.
Oh, is it?
Okay, Unix will just like pop out of the group. Being little, she has to kind of like squeeze through people. And then she's like, well, we're just here to talk to him because we need directions somewhere, and we were told to talk to him. Because we're graduates of the magic school. Well, some of us.
Oh, I see. You're on that little questy thingy for the things. Yeah.
Mhm.
Right. Italian, go see if Master's in his house. If not, I'll send him to the tent. And you see the other night guy just sort of nod, give y'all a look. As far as you can tell, he's wearing a helmet and it's just got a slit where the eyes would be. And he just sort of glances your way and heads off to the manor. Bruce just stays there. So, you all do magic or just some of you?
Just some.
I'd say most.
Nice.
No magic for me.
Oh, me neither, friend. Oh, never had the brains for it.
We can tell.
What was that?
Nothing.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
You look awful strong.
Thank you.
I can just imagine Unix being like at his knees because she's so short.
Yeah, she's about that tall. He's a pretty big, about 7 foot.
Oh, I'm
He's-
3'2", yeah.
He's a chunk boy.
Oh my god.
He's a very big chunk boy. And he's not muscular as much as he is just big. He is just
Oh,
a
Ozlius is
large
here.
person.
Human Goliath.
Oh,
I've
hi,
made it.
Ozlius.
I'm
Oh,
so
you can make
sorry.
it. Hi.
Hello.
Do we
That's
need
right,
to give you a
most
little
of us
rundown
can-
of what's happening right now?
That's right. Most of us can use magic. I was watching the stream.
Are you
So I got
joining us?
most of it. Yes, I can join.
Oh, well.
Okay. I was
Welcome.
gonna say, if anything, you can just watch my little stream thing of what's happening on the tabletop. If anything happens,
I'm just gonna join.
Again.
tabletop. Hopefully, it won't kick me out. So we are waiting currently.
Yes.
Yes,
you were waiting for a town guard who went in to go get the lord of this town, assumingly Lord Vendrick.
All right. I probably during our travels, I would have refilled my my ring with 2 more ice knives.
Okay. Fair enough. And it's a little bit of an awkward time, about 30 minutes before finally the knight returns, and behind him, following him, you see a very aged man. Looks human, about 60. He's got 2 swords on his back, and he's got chainmail armor that in occasional places is covered with plating. And he walks up and he kind of pats Bruce on the arm, and Bruce just kind of backs up and says, "Oh, my lord, a pleasure. These traveling companion people have come to meet with you. They seek directions for the tower, whatever that is." And he just kind of nods and, "Thank you, Bruce. So, which one of you are graduates?"
Uninx.
That'll be me.
And what are the rest of you doing? Just following them?
They're compatriots.
Guard.
I'm also a guard.
I'm taking my brother's place.
Interesting. Well, welcome to the town of Vendrick. I am Scarab Vendrick. I'm the owner of these lands. This is where we train most of the guards for both noblemen and the citadel, and, well, the entire continent. Sorry, we weren't expecting anybody. Everything's sort of been quiet since they've asked for their meeting, but anyway, enough about that. You need directions to the tower.
That's
Yep.
correct.
Let me see your map.
Who has the map out of all
You
of
do.
us?
You do.
Oh,
You.
right. I hand him the map.
He takes it out, sets it on the ground, and kind of like unwrinkles it before he takes out a piece of charcoal, and he starts drawing on the map. He draws a little circle around the tower and what looks like lightning bolts. He says, "All right, that should help you. When you get closer to the tower, sort of in that area, it starts to darken up with storm clouds. The old geezer that runs that tower, he likes to use his little experiments at the top, and most of them require lightning, and I don't know. I don't get into it. Anyway, look for storm clouds. You'll be getting close once you see them."
Got it. I guess. Follow the storm. All right.
Well, thank you. We'll
Thank
be
you.
sure to do that.
Wait,
Yeah.
do you know how many days out it is?
About 2.5. If you get
Okay.
lost, 2.5. If you stay on trail, about 2. What's the big guy's name? And he points to Chip.
His name is Chip. He doesn't talk a lot.
He's the chip off the old block.
Hmm.
I have no shame in saying that.
Y'all Y'all use
None
them
of us are
much?
gonna. Huh? Can you repeat that?
The big
I
guy.
mean,
He asked the name of Chip's name.
Do y'all
No, but after
do
that,
y'all use the big guy much?
I mean, he's our guard.
He helps us out when we're in the rough.
why? What were you thinking?
I was thinking I could use something like him.
We can make a trade.
How about not?
How about no?
I'm sorry. I feel like we aren't going to just trade you our companion.
We have to bring him back too. So
Bring him back where? To
He
the
is-
school?
yep, we
Yes.
loaned him.
School property.
Sadly,
we're just talking about somebody like they're just property.
technically he
Hey.
is.
Chip doesn't seem
Hey,
to mind.
Sure.
He's remained motionless.
This is the equivalent of selling a school
Oh,
computer
wait.
for a.
Why don't
for-
we not decide for Chip? Chip can choose.
I'm sorry, Unix, but Chip is owned by the school. School gave us
Doesn't-
Chip
Wait.
to use.
Doesn't
think
Chip
so.
have like,
Chip
somewhat?
is sentient.
Doesn't Chip have the logo of the school that's like we're loaning
Yeah,
him at the
it's
time?
basically he's Supermaning the logo.
Yeah, I pointed at the logo like, yeah, it's not ours.
But it's,
Sadly.
it's sentient, and you all just see Chip nod. Well then, yeah. What the hell am I asking y'all for? Hey, big guy, you want a new job? Chip just kind of looks at all of you.
I didn't know he was sentient. I thought he just like followed us around like a
I know
zombie.
you should
Have you never seen him talk? Am I the only one who had
He's
conversations
talking to
with
me.
Chip?
Uninx and Ozlius are the only ones who have heard him talk.
Man,
All I've seen him do is kill a gnoll.
that is sad.
He killed a gnoll.
I mean,
I mean,
so have most of us.
Well,
I tried to
yeah,
keep
quiet
one.
doesn't necessarily mean that he can't think for himself.
Oh,
what do you say, big guy? You want a job? I'll pay you. I just need you to help straighten out some of these folks out here. They get weaker and weaker every year they send them.
Can I butt into that statement?
Sure.
As he says that, he's gonna point out. Just know, the guards in front are sleeping. Like, of this training location. From when we walked in, lack security.
Yeah, it's probably the easiest job we have here.
Yep.
Because, I mean, look around you. There's plenty of people to guard. If something's
yeah.
dumb enough to come and attack us, I mean, it's their funeral or they deserve it.
He jinxed it.
Are y'all staying here tonight, or are y'all continuing on?
I
What
vote we should.
time of day is it right now?
It's a little before midday.
I vote we still go on, continue.
I'm
Yeah, I
perfectly
vote that as
fine
well. We could make some good
Oh.
headway.
leaving.
All right.
Well, thank you. We have to go then.
Well, wait. If you're taking our helper, then can
He's
we
not.
he's not.
He's not.
something?
And
He's
Oh, he's
not.
not.
as you're all
No, he's not.
saying he's not, Chip walks over behind
Ah.
Scarab.
Never mind. I
I
just
like
walk.
this some shit.
Oh,
Wow.
betrayal.
And he just kind of looks over at y'all. I am. He is.
I don't know what the school's gonna do to us.
Oh,
I hope it's not anything
They
bad.
they're probably just to send their units here and just get them back anyway. Probably try and fireball of explosions or something.
we'll
That's
miss you, but make
very-
sure when you see your boss at the school again, you tell them that this was your idea, not ours.
Of course.
Let's go. Let's go.
Uninx will nudge Cassius and be like, and whisper and say, "You should try to convince him to trade us something since he took our companion."
All right, well, I guess if you're going to be on your way, I got to get this one set up with some proper armor and get him out there. That's all you need. I'll be taking my leave. And you see him turn around and start heading back towards his house, and Chip follows. And then Bruce
Have
bubbles
fun,
back
Chip.
up.
I mean,
I can't use us letting Chip go as a bartering bit because Chip decided that for himself.
yeah,
Yep.
he's no longer a bartering chip.
Unfortunately.
Well, he
So
took
Terrible
our
time.
companion, so I think we should have at least gotten some money out of it or something.
Well,
Nope.
That's
I mean,
right.
to be fair, he did try to trade you, and you said you wouldn't trade before he knew you were sentient. If you hadn't have said that, you might have gotten away with it.
So that's
Thank
your
you for your
fault. Let's
feedback,
move on.
Bruce. Thank you for your feedback, Bruce.
Does any of
You're
us have a
welcome.
way to send a message to the school?
I got some paper
No.
if you want some paper.
Not quite yet.
I'll take that.
Actually, can we send a letter from here to the school? Can we do that?
Probably.
Well, yeah, the carrier comes around every once in a while. If you want to leave a letter at the inn, I'm sure
Okay, give me
Millicent would be happy to hand it off.
Perfect. Just give me a second, and I, with my own parchment and quill stuff that I already have to begin with, I'm just gonna write a very detailed explanation of why Chip is no longer with us. It was by his own choice where he is right now, and who was the reason why Chip is here. Just what was his name again?
It was
That
Scarab
would be
Vendrick.
Yep, Scarab
Yeah.
Vendrick. So I'm just explaining all that, and a little note that I hope the school understand that it would be wrong if we would force Chip, a being who has sentience, to continue on because of Scarab's influence, and then just send that on its way.
Are you gonna walk back and take it to the inn?
I mean, that's where the carrier will show up, right? Or
That's what Bruce said.
all right, yeah, just
All right, so
yep.
you walk in the inn, hand Millicent the letter. She kind of looks at it. Yeah, it'll get to him, and puts it under the counter.
Is there express delivery for this letter?
I mean, no.
I'm asking the person.
Yeah, and I still answer from like as I leave the room. No.
Millicent just kind of looks at you. The hell's express?
Faster delivery.
I mean, yeah, it could be faster. You could take it yourself.
Very true. I walk out.
What did I say?
I have an urge to use a thing from my character.
All right, so with Chip gone and a letter prepared for retrieval by the school, is the party continuing on toward the tower?
Yeah, might as
Yeah.
well.
Okay, so the party continues venturing onward. You get about half a day's travel before night begins to fall. This area very open. Not a lot of trees. Trees are very, very scarce. But there's also not really a direct path. So you're kind of just going off of your map. That's a little to the northeast. Never eat soggy waffles. I think northeast.
Did you just use it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, he used it.
Yeah. Compasses are hard. So you get about half a day and take a rest. Is there anything anyone would like to do particularly on this first half day of travel? On this 2-day journey?
Not really.
Before we sleep, can I try to hunt? Or actually, before we go to sleep, I guess I'm gonna set up a snare. So I'll use my level 1 spell for that.
You're going to set up a snare, and that's a spell?
Yes. Level 1 spell. It lasts for 8 hours. You use the rope so I have to use 25 feet of my rope. I create a circle with a 5-foot radius on the ground or the floor. When I finish casting, the rope disappears and the circle becomes a magic trap. The trap is nearly invisible, requiring a successful intelligence investigation check against my spell save DC to be discerned. The trap triggers when a small, medium, or large creature moves onto the ground or the floor in the spell's radius. That creature must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or be magically hoisted into the air, leaving it hanging upside down 3 feet above the ground or the floor. The creature is restrained there until the spell ends.
What spell is this?
Snare.
Snare.
And you're casting it before you go to sleep?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you casting it by your camp or a little out, or
A little bit out, just because there's few trees, like you said, so it'll be near a tree so it can hoist up properly.
okay? So you take the minute, go by a tree, and circle your rope, and it vanishes, and the magic trap is set.
Okay.
Anything anyone else would like to do?
Just thinking.
Beyond that, I don't want to know red tape.
Not
Nope.
really.
Other
I
than
mean,
the
during this time, Ozlius should probably be practicing some illusory thing. Maybe at some point ask. Actually, you know what? Solace, whispers.
Hello.
What exactly can you do?
Stab people.
That's straight to the point.
Not much of a magic person.
And I would say out of all of us, you're probably the best doing that.
You can say that.
Well, we have the time, and before we make it to tower, can I ask for a spar? Just because.
Sure. He stands up and prepares.
Okay, so before we start this, I'm going to ask, what kind of is this a fight spar? Is it a fisticuffs?
It's from what Salem might assume, it's probably like to see what Ozlius might need to train in when he's in like hand to hand. It's like something how Salem would be taught with when he started out for fighting.
Just as a heads up, I will be practicing some magic. It's nothing too dangerous. It won't hurt you in any way, but I am practicing with it.
Okay.
And is this in front of the rest of the party?
It's an open field.
I mean, yes.
Okay,
This
in that
probably
case,
would not be during watch.
Nope.
Cass
Maybe
is
when we're
going to
taking a
clap
break.
his hands together and he's going to say, "Oh, this is going to be absolutely marvelous. Both of you, I wish you the best of luck." And both of you are getting bardic inspiration for this.
Okay.
Right.
Anybody want to gamble on this fight?
No.
No.
Oh. Why?
Okay.
I mean, since when have I been smart with my money? Who do you think will win?
Probably Salem. No, Salem. No,
It depends.
maybe Ozlius. I don't
Funny
know what's
because I
gonna
was
happen.
thinking Ozlius.
I don't know. It's gonna be pretty cool to watch though.
Actually, I won't make any bets for Mercury because I don't know how much money he has. So he will just
All of it. He
kind of
would most likely
sit
spend all of
down.
it.
I
And
don't
drink.
know what that specific number is, so I won't say. But he will sit down and say, "This is gonna be exciting." All right.
Initiative, I think.
Then yeah.
Yep.
Go ahead, you two. Roll initiative. I will not be tracking this on any map or anything.
Yep.
This will just be vision of the mind, if that's okay with everyone. I will
That's
remind you,
perfectly fine.
spells cannot be used unlethally.
All right.
So just keep that in mind.
I also have a
31.
knife.
31.
That is 4.
Also,
Failures.
I'll be at the ready to the side just to healing ward somebody if they happen to go down after the battle stops. Just to make sure that this does not turn deadly.
I'm probably gonna have flashbacks from my training with that the physical training with that teacher that I just now forgot the name of.
Yes, it would be something like that.
31. Where was
All
this in the last battle?
So
I rolled a 1.
Salem, you will be going first.
he's gonna merely draw both his short swords and dash straight at him.
Okay.
Then attack both.
All right. So attack.
Using the flat side of his swords.
My
Okay.
AC is 14.
Good job. Probably my attack is not that high, so 17.
All right, I'm gonna use a reaction to cast Hellish Rebuke.
Okay, go for it. What's the damage on it?
It is. Let me
1d6
look it up.
plus 4. I'm also doing sneak attack damage on this one. It's a
How?
Okay. Hold on.
Oh, you're a
Oh, shit.
swashbuckler?
Swashbuckler.
Oh, I thought you were an assassin.
Nope. I switched in the beginning, remember?
Oh
So
yeah.
Fair.
first, Salem,
Oh, shit.
you rolled your attack. Roll your damage.
Oh, yeah. Oh, red damage, yeah. 9.
Okay, and that's with the sneak attack.
No, this is without sneak attack. I have to roll 2d6 right now.
Okay, go ahead.
6, so 15 in total.
Okay. Now, Ozlius, you're using Hellish Rebuke.
Make a dex saving throw.
Yeah,
So it's 1d20 plus my dex.
Dex saving throw. So yeah.
Yep. So it's gonna be a plus 6. 23.
So you only take half damage.
Mhm.
You take. Is
7.
It, is
8
it
fire
rounded
damage.
up or down?
Oops.
Round up.
No,
You
it's
can't
8
do-
cold.
6.
Oh, 8
so
cold
it's
damage.
8.
That's correct.
Okay.
All right.
So it's gonna be 22. Okay.
You still have bonus action if you want to use your other weapon.
Yeah. Then I'll do it again. Well, 1 through 20 plus 6. Miss 9.
Yep. So first swing, Salem comes up and gets Ozlius a pretty good scratch on the shoulder. But as he does, Ozlius, you bring up your hand in sort of a waving motion, and this intense cold fills your body, Salem. And the second swing is ducked over. Ozlius, it is your turn.
Yeah. This is gonna be fun. I am going to cast Mirror Image.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I haven't cast a spell yet, and it's going to be fun. Basically, the moment you hit me and cold hit you, you look back and now there's 4 of me.
Okay.
And that is an action. Bonus action. I am going to Actually, I am going to use a sorcery point to cast Mirror Image as a bonus action, and as an action, I'm going to take the dodge action. Just get in a very defensive position, dagger up, and I'm just going to block. So you have disadvantage, as well as I have several clones. So it's going to take a while for you to hit.
Okay.
And it's now your turn.
Yep. Same moving attack.
Let me just roll to see if you hit a clone or me. It's a d20. If I roll higher than a 6, you're going to hit a clone.
You know, you do that on hit.
Yeah.
No, because
Each
these
time a
clones have
creature
different
targets you with
ACs.
an attack.
Yeah, it's on. Oh yeah, true. Yeah, but that's only on hit, I think, right?
No, it says targets with an attack.
Okay.
So I'll just. Yeah, you're going to hit it. So you have to hit a. This is a clone. Their AC is different than mine.
It's 10
just
plus
13.
your dexterity.
Yep. So 13.
Okay.
All right. So Salem, go and roll to attack. 18. So you come up and swing, and the duplicate vanishes.
I attack again.
Bonus action.
Ozlius, another d20.
Let me roll to see. Let me roll if you hit a clone this time. I have to roll higher
8.
than an 8.
Does a dodge action go for both attacks or just one?
It goes for any attack with
Okay,
an
sorry.
attack.
Any attacks I made disadvantage.
But
So
you do.
you're hitting me this time.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll attack.
Disadvantage still or regular? Straight roll?
Disadvantage.
Okay.
Also, you do not get sneak attack because you have
10. Miss.
disadvantage.
No, I get it regardless.
But you have disadvantage.
Let me double check, but I'm pretty sure with Swashbuckler.
Swashbuckler, I get
No,
sneak attack on 5 foot around. That's about it.
no, if you are within 5
So-
feet, no other creatures are within 5 feet, and you don't have disadvantage on the
Okay,
attack
got
roll.
it. Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so you got a 9.
And
No, I got
it's my turn.
Yeah.
You did
yeah.
advantage because it did
No.
the 4 plus the 6
No,
to 10.
I'm just rolling. I'm always choosing the smallest one. So I always say, like, if it's a 3, 9.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's my turn.
That was action, bonus action. Ozlius, it's your turn. You have 2 duplicates remaining.
Yep. And checking with how many sorcery points I have left, I am going to action dodge, bonus action. Actually, I'm gonna action dodge. I'm gonna move 30 feet away.
I still got attack of opportunity on you.
Yeah,
Yep, but you have
do.
disadvantage.
And no, it's not. Dodge
Yes,
is only
you
on. Does it dodge work when you're moving as well?
I'm
The
going
only
to
works when
look
you're
and find
stationary.
it.
I know dodge is only when you're stationary.
Because, yeah, I don't think you'd be able to take the dodge action and move. You can take the disengage action and move to not get...
So, because, like, so you can do whatever you want in your turn as long as it doesn't overlap, like, 2 actions or, like, 2 bonus actions or whatnot. So because moving and taking the dodge action do not overlap, you can move and take the dodge action at the same time.
Okay, yeah, it says you can. So, yeah,
Okay.
until the end of your next turn, any attack roll made against you has disadvantage if you see the attacker. You make dexterity saves with advantage. You lose a benefit if you're incapacitated or if your speed drops to 0.
It's okay. So disadvantage, right?
Yeah.
have disadvantage.
18.
He needs to roll to see if it hits a duplicate or not.
Yep. Has to be higher than 8. You hit a duplicate.
Yeah.
Yep, that's fine.
So another one's gone.
And I'm going to bonus action Ray of Frost.
With a sorcery point?
Yep, with my last sorcery point.
Okay.
Dex, right? Wait,
No, I'm rolling to hit. I'm rolling to
Okay.
hit.
AC 15.
Okay.
Nice.
More cold damage. And your speed is reduced by 10 feet.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
So it's 4 damage.
Yeah.
Your
Okay.
4 damage, your speed is reduced by 10 feet, and I'm 30 feet away from you.
So now my movement is 20, right?
Correct.
Yep.
Bonus action dash.
All right. That'll get you to him.
Then I'll attack. Roll your clones.
Yep, I have to roll higher than a 12.
11.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Which you do. So
19. Clone's
another clone gone. So no more clones. But that was your attack and your bonus action. So
Yep.
back to Ozlius.
I'm going to turn bonus action. I'm going to turn my last second level spell into sorcery points, and I'm going to cast darkness with those sorcery points.
Okay.
It's centered around us, and that is my turn.
Okay. You're still in front of me, so I'll still attack.
But you have to Spanish.
Okay, that's fine with me. Attacking again. 16.
That hits.
Was me 1d6 plus
No
4.
sneak attack.
I know.
Yep. Sorry, just
6.
okay.
Once again. 15.
Yes.
6.
All right, I'm down.
All right.
Wait. I'm gonna use Strength of the Grave.
Isn't that
Strength
just
of
if
the
you?
Grave.
Isn't that just if you actually go down?
Basically, Strength of the Grave. I have to make a Charisma saving throw, and if I beat 5 plus the remaining damage that I take, I'm back up to 1 hit point.
But he's doing non-lethal.
I'm doing
so
non-lethal. So you're
it
not
wouldn't
you're not
kill you.
You're not at 0.
I
You're
mean-
at 1 permanently, so it doesn't work.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well,
You-
you are still reducing him to 0, and for PCs, they drop into like death saving throws.
no, it's only if you're doing
But-
lethal, from what I
Yeah.
recall.
He's doing non-lethal.
I'm doing the flat of my swords.
Oh, fair.
The entire time I've been using flats, no cuts.
So,
all
yeah.
right.
I wouldn't say that would drop him to 0. I'd say it'd be at 1.
It's 1, but it's like he's beating him at 1. Yeah, that's about it.
So I guess I drop the darkness and you won.
Basically.
Yeah.
All right. The sparring session over, and Salem emerging victorious.
Only losing 12 HP, guys.
Rogue versus
I
sorcerer.
blame that one round of sneak attack.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
Ozlius is down right now, or just
he's at
having a
1.
fight?
He just
He
really
looks very
bruised.
bad.
He looks
Aw.
very
Hurt.
bruised.
Okay,
There's a
I'm
bump in
gonna
my
pat him on
head.
the side and say, "You did good out there," and that's going to be let's say, second level healing word.
Okay. So you feel the
think that's,
rejuvenating magic of Cassius's words.
I forgot we have we got what you call it, bardic inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot that too.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably at no point would have been able to use it.
Yeah,
Because
I
my
would
only
have used
attack was just that one ray
the
of
ray of
frost.
frost. I would have gotten a hit.
Okay,
with-
Ozlius, you are 9 hit points better.
So you said 10.
Yay!
Nice spar. You could have won if you got range. That would have
Sorry.
done.
I do want to say this. That first round brought me to 9 hit points, and I just panicked.
Oh really?
Yeah, I'm a sorcerer. I'm not. I'm a squishy.
All right. So with the sparring complete for the night, does anyone else have anything they'd wish to do tonight? Okay. Are you going to set up a watch?
I'll go first watch still.
I'll take the darkest nights. Heal my wounds.
I'll take second watch.
I'll also
Um,
take second.
I'll take last watch.
So Salem and Ozlius first watch.
Yeah.
and then David and Uninx
Mhm.
on second watch, and Cassius, you're on third.
Yeah, whatever last watch is.
If you and Mercury both did one watch, it would be 4 watches.
Okay.
So do you want 3 and Mercury to be up with you, or 4 and you both take one by yourselves?
I'll go with Mercury.
Okay. Right. As night falls and the majority of the party takes their slumber, Salem and Ozlius, go ahead and roll perception checks.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh,
21.
All right. Nothing too interesting happens. Only being about half a day away from the encampment, you can see smoke rising from where the village was, but it's controlled, so it seems like they put up a giant bonfire because there's quite a bit of smoke. And you can hear what sounds like crude instrument playing. There doesn't seem to be any rhythm or rhyme to it. It's meh, but it sounds like they're having a party. But other than that, nothing interesting. Next watch, David and Uninx. Go ahead and roll perception checks.
Damn.
22.
I hear someone curse in the background.
Okay. Nothing much interesting happens on this watch, except Unix, you do hear what sounds like a very loud squealing. And after a while, David, you hear it too. But it's very loud, and it's a high-pitched squealing that I will not attempt.
Was my trap set off?
Yes.
Okay. Unix will go to her trap.
And as you start approaching your trap, you see 2 bunnies and about 4 small little bunnies sitting around kind of looking up, kind of panicky at a baby bunny who is now 3 feet in the air. And when the other bunnies see you approach, they all turn and take off.
Can Unix really quickly throw her dagger towards one of the ones running away, and it hopes to get a larger catch?
Sure, go for it.
What do you want? Do you want me to roll for? What do you want me to roll?
An attack roll. Do you have a dagger or some sort of knife?
I have a dagger, and I get a +6 for my attack rolls for it.
Okay.
That's an unnatural 20.
Okay, I will roll a d6 to see what you hit, or which one. Alright, you quickly pull out your dagger and toss it, and you nail another one of the baby bunnies right in the neck. The rest of them continuing to run off.
Okay, Unix. Oh, alright, let me read the. I don't remember if there's a specific way you're supposed to take out the trap or not. Nope. Okay. Well, Unix will kill the baby bunny that's like hanging up from the trap, so that it's not suffering anymore. And then she'll take the 2 bunnies that she got and bring them back towards the campground.
Okay. I'll say it takes you about 5 minutes to do all that. Walking to your and getting the kill. David, while you were at the camp, kind of alone, you see from behind one of the trees a black cat comes around and approaches you. And it
Nice.
sits on the ground about 3 feet in front of you.
Oh, I want to try and like pick it up, or no, I go to pet it. I'll pick it up.
All right. You reach out to pet it, and it kind of looks up at you, and it says, "Please don't touch me."
Holy shit! The cat just talked.
Yeah.
Well,
and let's just
why?
keep this conversation between us. Your friends wouldn't believe you anyway.
Understandable. How can I help you?
No offense, but I've been following you. I can't help but notice that you're traveling with a few graduates.
Yup.
Be careful of the company you keep. The Citadel and the School of Magic aren't all what they seem.
I mean, that's some truth. Like, magic sucks.
Well, it has
Like-
its uses, but be careful.
Is there anything like specific I should be careful for? Should
Not
I just
really-
like?
Not necessarily your friends, but the people your friends might report to.
Oh,
I gotta
I'll
go.
take note of that.
Your friend's coming back, so I'll see you around. And he turns around and runs off behind the tree again. As
Bye,
Uninx, you
cat.
return to the camp.
Would Uninx see the cat running away? Considering it's like an open area ish.
Roll another perception check.
Okay. Twelve.
I will say no, you do not see a cat. It is rather dark out. And the cat moved rather fast. So you saw no
Okay.
cat. But you do have 2 baby rabbits.
I immediately tell Unix I saw a cat anyways. But that's all I
You
tell
saw-
her. Pardon?
You saw a cat?
I saw a cat. I went to pet it and then it ran away.
Oh, well, maybe I tried to get all the bunnies that I was getting. See, I got 2. And then she holds up the 2 baby bunnies that she just got.
One is bleeding from the neck.
Ain't that pretty epic?
Mm-hmm. See, now we have even more food.
I will say baby bunnies make up for a ration each.
Okay.
Alright. Unless there's anything else you two wish to talk about, nothing else interesting happens on your watch.
Okay.
Okey-dokey.
And lastly, Cassius and Mercury. You both wake up for your watch.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll perception.
Let me check my sheet.
And let me check his.
Ooh,
Okay.
that's a 12.
Not a lot going on. You both being bards are kind of your curious sort of peaks of what kind of party is going on back in Vendrick. Mercury's eyes are kind of glued in that direction.
Well, sounds like we're missing out.
Yeah, it totally does. Kind of a bummer, actually.
Indeed. I wanted to make headway, but had I known that there was something going on, I would have asked to stay.
Well, I mean, they could be celebrating the fact that they just got a new person who showed up. AKA Chip.
Maybe.
I can't think of what else it'd be. I feel
Me
like...
neither. It didn't look like they were set up for anything before.
Yeah, I feel like they would have said something. Especially that big fella.
Peculiar. But I don't really know what to make of it.
Nah, me neither. Alright. I think 6 hours is enough for a long rest, is it not? Or is it 8?
I believe so.
Let me double check really quick. Long rest. For no more than 2 hours. At least 8 hours long. So you would have to get 2 more hours of sleep. Mercury will volunteer to stay up the other 2 hours if you wish to sleep, Cassius.
Ooh, yeah. I'm going to have to sleep. I'm just gonna tell him thanks, bud, and I'm off to bed.
Yeah, no problem. And you fall asleep.
Mm-hmm.
The next morning, everyone wakes up. And Mercury is not there. In his place, a note that reads, I miss the party life. Not that you guys weren't fun, but there's more fun to be had. Later, Gator. Mercury.
Ain't that a shame?
So?
Maybe we'll see Chip again.
I mean, Murky is the one who left the note, though.
No, I meant maybe he'll head back to the town where Chip
Oh,
is.
he'll see Chip. I thought you said maybe we'll see Chip. My bad, G.
Mm-hmm.
Also, who was the last person that saw Mercury?
Yeah, Kaz is just going to kind of make a fist and just be like, oh, that traitor. And he's going to speak up and he's going to say, we heard a party on a watch last night. Discussed it, but I didn't think they'd go back.
All right. So, is everyone packing up and adventuring forth toward the tower?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was muted the entire time, but yes, I was. Fuck.
All right. So you all get up and continue your journey. Already having a half-day start. You march on bravely through these open-planed, periodic grouping of trees. And as you're all traveling, I would like everyone to make a perception check.
Wonderful.
For no in particular reason whatsoever.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's a 9.
17.
18.
See, David and Cass are just distracted. They're talking.
Don't worry, I got you, bros.
I have no wisdom, but can I roll high?
Okay. Sorry. I was grabbing something. Okay, I'm assuming everyone got higher than a 3. Salem, it doesn't look like you've rolled yet. Salem?
Sorry,
Yes.
muted. We're in perception, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. 22.
Okay.
Everyone rolled higher than a 3.
Thank goodness.
As you are all walking in a section of a group of tree, you hear the sound of very large footsteps. Headed semi in your direction. It doesn't sound like they're heading right towards you, but it does sound like at some point in the very near future, you will be merging paths.
What does the landscape look around it? It's still flat, right?
Mostly
trees?
flat. There are groupings of trees
Okay.
sort of nearby. The trees are scattered.
Okay.
But and they're not very big trees. They're probably about 20 feet tall, so they're not big compared to trees.
Mm-hmm.
So, where exactly are these footsteps coming from? Do we know they're to be like? Are they like ahead of us on the road, coming towards us?
They are
or
towards
are they, like,
the
on either
east.
side of the
So
trees?
if you were headed north, they'd be like to your right.
Well, in that case, I'd recommend that we stop for a bit and let whatever this is pass in front of us. I'm all for meeting travelers on the road, but this one seems large.
What do the rest of you
I
say?
agree. I mean, especially since we're this close to the tower, we wouldn't be expecting like Persians or such, but something a lot bigger, I would say.
All right. So what is the party choosing to do? Are you choosing to sit and wait?
I think
Yeah,
that
I'm
we might
down.
just stand for a few minutes, just let the footsteps pass,
Mm-hmm.
and see if we can spot whatever is making them.
Okay. All right. We will keep the same perception checks. As you wait, anyone who rolled a 10 or higher on their perception, so not Cassius and not David, the rest of you hear the sound of smaller footsteps approaching your direction and approaching rapidly.
Get off the road.
We're not on a road.
Oh,
Yeah,
what are we
it's
on?
an open pathway. There isn't a road leading to the tower. It's just open grassy
Into the
plains with
trees?
scattered trees.
Where's the nearby tree? How far?
Closest one's probably about 15, 20 feet away.
I'm heading to that tree and hiding.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm just looking in the direction. Not really doing much, just waiting.
Okay.
I'm also just gonna stand there.
I probably would have said, it's coming, whatever it is.
Oh.
Okay, Cass is, he's just, like, going to kind of, like, raise his arms and just cast invisibility on himself, but, put a hand on Ozlius' shoulder to signify that he's standing with him for this.
Okay.
Why can you cast
You
it?
all see Cassius just disappear.
Goodbye.
Can you cast it on more than one person? I'm like talking.
Unfortunately, I cannot. Not right now. Haven't mastered that yet.
And Uninx, what are you doing?
If I give you a pencil, can you hold it and it turns invisible too? How does it work? I haven't dabbled with invisibility yet.
Okay. She's Unix is gonna do mold earth, and she's gonna do it a couple times to dig down like a good 10 feet. So use it twice. It's a cantrip. And then she's just gonna kind of hide in the hole.
Is everyone just gonna scatter while honestly it's just like standing there like the
Okay.
bait?
So Unix, you dig a hole and bury yourself in it, right?
Yeah.
Cassius, you turn invisible, and Salem, you run and hide. David and Ozlius, you're kind of just standing there ready for whatever comes. And out of the woods, a large deer runs, and it runs right over the hole that Unix just made and keeps going. And you hear the loud footsteps starting to become louder and louder, heading right for you. And those of you who can see now, as you're looking out, you see what looks like a very tan, sort of pinkish tan, pale skin color. I know those are all opposites, but you see what looks like human skin, but it's very large, it's very fleshy and flabby, and it is charging right at you.
How far away is it from us? And what exactly is it?
It's about, I'd say now it's about 60 feet from y'all. And from as it gets closer, as from what you can see, if you would all make a nature check to see if you would know what this is. I will give advantage to the 2 school students because you have probably studied it.
Would this be
18.
a nature or an arcana, depending on what
Nature.
kind of creature it is?
Nature.
Okay.
I got an 18. Woo!
I'm sorry. I was
Oh, a 9
reading up
again.
on something.
I rolled
What are we-
5 at Cassius.
Dang it.
What was that, Eve?
What are we?
You're not, because you can't see. You're in a hole.
Okay. Yeah.
I love that. You can't see you're in a hole.
I did. Technically, I could have just gone down once because I'm 3 foot and I made a 5 foot hole.
Oh wow, there's 2 students rolled low on this one.
Alright, I don't know how to roll with advantage, I'm just rolling it twice. 19.
You put you just
Okay.
put K1.
K1, okay.
David, go ahead and
Oh, whoops.
make your survival check.
Oh, is it survival or nature?
Or nature, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
Wait,
this
does
is my bad.
Cassius roll twice because he's a student as well?
Cassius is not a
I dropped
student.
out.
Oh, it's Unix. Never mind.
He dropped
Yeah.
out of this class.
Unix is in a hole. Okay. So,
monsters and its makers.
2 of you
101.
know what this is. Ozlius, you know this because you've been taught about it and have read about it. And everything that you've been told is, yeah, kind of try and avoid these things. But if you have to, stand your ground because, yeah. Salem, you also know what this is. A little bit less from studying and a little more about stories from your master and from the one who taught you. This is a Cyclops.
Oh, fuck.
And it is
I'm out of there.
charging right at you guys. Assumingly following the deer. And as it gets closer, you can actually see trees kind of being pushed side to side as this thing just charges. Just bellowing out, "Hungry!" And we're going to go ahead and take our break there.
I was going to say, the moment
5:33.
it got to 60 feet to us, I would have used Stirring and cast Ice Knife straight for his eye.
We will take care of that as soon as we get back from break. 10 minutes. Go take care of what you need to take care of. Get your drink, get your snacks, go potty.
Should I roll my stealth check just in case?
Roll we'll take care of that when we get back.
Got it.
Those of you viewing, go ahead, get a snack, go take a break. We'll be back in 10, so see y'all at 5:43.
Hell yeah.
I just know that if I until I get my new PC, I'm gonna lag in Discord while I'm using a game.
That's fair.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, because
I
I
just
think
joined off your name.
since I just been testing it today, is legit just lagging off. Like I get like breaks in your.
Am I talking?
Yeah, right there. I hear a stop. Like you're speaking, then nothing, then continuation.
Okay. Yeah, so
Yeah.
just use the Discord stream right now.
Got it.
Bro.
Welcome back, viewers of the stream. We're just about to have a Cyclops versus party encounter. So we will start combat. You can use the ruler now. It is set to the grid. I'm going to go ahead and leave the grid on, but sometimes they'll turn it off. But every one on the ruler is 5 feet. So you just have to remember that translation. Because it goes by the grid.
Yeah, so basically the 5 boxes, so 6 boxes, 30 feet.
Yeah.
Yep.
Also, since I've got him sort of bigified, it's just going to be he's not going to be like 5'10". He's just going to be 10, since he's so big. So I'm not gonna.
He's
because his movement's only 30 feet, but like that'd be like all the way to here.
Mm-hmm.
So, on that, go ahead, Ozlius, and attack with Ice Knife, but he will have quarter cover since he is in the trees.
All right. That just means his AC is a little higher, right?
Mm-hmm.
That just means his AC is a little higher?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. Also, I rechecked the bonus I have. It turns out I was using a different score. It's a +6.
Well, that is a natural 20, so I can tell you that hits. So go
That-
ahead and
I
roll.
didn't
That was
roll
me.
that.
Oh. What were you rolling for?
That was just in my chat, and then I hit enter.
You lost a natural 20.
I have
Well,
God on my side.
If you want, I'll let that be your initiative roll.
Natural 20.
Unnatural,
Okay.
natural.
Well, geez Louise.
So, I guess. So continue with the natural 20 hits.
Yeah.
That's. So it's 2d10.
Yep.
Plus, it has to make a dex saving throw, as it just explodes in his face. Oh, that's almost max damage.
Golly. Okay, so let me do math real quick.
So did I actually just shoot in the eye, and it just...
It just pops like a cherry.
I don't think so. And unless you have a special attack to do this, I don't think it works like that.
I mean, I did do a lot of damage.
Compared to a Cyclops.
Okay.
Forgot what CR rating it is.
And he's got to make a dexterity saving throw.
Question, because the fact that I crit, does the exploding damage, does it double as well, or is that...
Yes.
Okay, so it's 46.
And he fails his saving throw.
Alright. $12 more cold damage.
12 more cold damage?
Damn.
Yep.
Okay. Let me do math real quick.
Challenge rating is... Oops.
Okay. Yeah, that hurt. So, as this giant Cyclops is charging, you ice knife it, and it lands right on its forehead and explodes out, and you just hear as it like sort of stumbles back, steps up and looks in your direction, and that hurt. And now we'll roll initiative.
Here we go.
22.
11.
13.
What a way to start. Another natural 20.
Nice.
I'm going to destroy the Cyclops.
Go for it.
Okay, so did everyone roll?
Yes. Wait.
Yes. We did.
Okay. Ozlius said
Yeah.
wait.
We don't have because we
Sorry,
don't have,
I forgot Mercury isn't here.
yeah, we don't have Mercury or Chip anymore.
25 to 20.
Natural
20,
20.
22, and then he has 23. Natural 20 doesn't mean much. Just your initiative.
I mean, I just... Sorry, usually, some
All right.
other campaigns I
20
played...
to 15. 15 to 10.
13.
11.
14.
Oh shit!
Okay.
It's
And the
106.
Cyclops is going last, unfortunately. Okay. So Ozlius, you are up first.
Rinse and repeat. Action, another ice knife, and bonus action, I'm going to Ray of Frost with Quicken Cast.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna roll again for ice knife. $17.
That hit.
Also, everyone noticed that when I do this, my ring is glowing almost every single time. So that's a D10. And then it needs to make a dex saving throw for the exploding part.
All right. And Salem, you are on deck, so just ready your turn after Ozlius is done.
Mm-hmm.
Also, make a dex saving throw with 6 damage.
He
Piercing.
saves, so that's the first one was 6, and then what's the D4s? Or does he take it if he succeeds?
I think it's half.
I'll double check.
Usually for first level spells and up, for any damage spells, if they succeed, they take half. If not,
No, it is 0 damage. Dexterity saving throw or take damage. So he only takes the 6.
all right.
And then Ray
as
of
a
Frost.
bonus action, yep.
That hits.
An 18. Its speed is reduced by 10 feet.
Okay.
And it takes 5 cold damage.
Okay.
And I am going to ever so actually I'm very confident in just saying next to me to Cassius.
You're staying right there?
Should we? Yeah, I'm gonna stay right there. I'm just gonna say, should we get Uninx out of the hole?
Right.
And that's my turn.
Salem, you're up. Uninx, you're on deck.
I'll pull out my my short bow.
Okay.
What's my short bow? I'll probably shoot him.
Right. Go for it.
Yeah. So it's 1d20 plus a 6 again. Oh. 11.
11
Nope.
misses. The arrow
Then
goes wide.
Then I'll bonus action hide behind this tree.
Okay, go
So
ahead
I'll
and make your stealth check.
Yep. Plus 8. 15.
Okay. You feel hidden.
Mhm.
Next up, Uninx, you are up and in a hole. Cassius, you're on deck.
What is an action to get out of my hole or no?
Is the spell an action? Pretty sure it is.
Yeah.
Then yes, it would cost an action for you to cast the spell.
Okay. Alright, well, I guess I gotta get out of the hole, so I will do my mold earth cantrip, and then that way I'm out of it.
If I remember correctly, you used it twice to make a 10-foot hole, so you will have to use it twice to get out.
Okay, well, I'm gonna use it, and then I'm going to use my sorry. I'm gonna use bonus action to do the bear spirit. This is the 30-foot radius. I gotta try to draw the circle again.
If you want to, that works.
I'm trying to get him. Is that 30? Is that way more than 30?
I will say you won't be able to summon the spirit right now because you're underground, and you have to summon it to a point you can see within 60 feet of you.
It's just in the hole.
Well, if I summoned it where like my spot was, then right. So.
Well, it is incorporeal, so I guess it can go
like that.
Yeah, I'd allow that because it's incorporeal, so it can be summoned underground.
Okay. Okay. So the bear spirit allows us might and endurance. Each creature of my choice in aura, all of my companions, gains temporary hit points equal to 5 plus my druid level, which my druid level is 3, so everyone gains 8 temporary hit points.
Okay.
And in addition, my allies and I gain advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws while we're in this aura.
Okay.
So everyone you add 8 temporary hit points.
All right. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Then Cassius, you're up. David, you are on deck.
Lovely. So, how far away is this? I'm just going to count on the map.
Yeah, you're right here.
30 feet. Okay. In that case, I'm going to, Well, it is charging towards Ozlius in the road. I think I'm going to strafe about, like, right to the edge of the bear totem. Like 3 diagonally down.
Oh. Great.
Yeah, right there. And I'm going to, I think, bonus action, Bardic Inspiration for Ozlius.
Okay.
And as my action, I'm going to viciously mock this guy. And I'm going to, I believe, drop invisibility from that.
Yes.
Ooh, yeah, no, so I'm going to tell this guy, sure to turn the other way, buddy.
Okay, so wisdom
and
saving throw.
He wants to me. Yeah, and DC is 14.
It's 14.
Okay, meets it, beats it, so it doesn't take any damage.
Okay.
But Ozlius, you have inspiration.
Thank you.
As you shout these words, the roaring cyclops, just too dumb-witted to understand your insult, but it knows it's an insult, so it's upset. David, you are up.
Okie dokie. So 5, 10, 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm gonna stand right here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna scream shit at it to try and make it come hit me.
Okay, roll an intimidation check.
Epic. Oh my god, bro. Why do I keep rolling?
Beautiful.
I got 11.
Okay, I will make a roll. Okay. No, he doesn't really seem to care about you. He seems to really care about where that piece of ice came from that hit him in the forehead. So he is going to move his 20 feet.
His speed is reduced. His speed is reduced by 10 feet.
That's why I said 20 feet.
Okay.
10, 20. It's going to get him right there. And he is going to pick up a rock on the ground nearby, and he is going to hurl it. He's going to hurl it.
And, is this at Ozlius?
He's not very smart, so we'll roll for random person. No, he's mad at Ozlius. He's pretty sure the knife came from that way. So yeah, that's who he can see. He'll throw a rock at them.
Okay. I'm probably going to use cutting words then.
Okay. And what does that do?
Let's see.
Roll to hit, and if it's and he can remove the, she can roll to reduce it.
Yeah, by a 1 bardic inspiration die, which I believe is a d6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So you roll first. It's DM rolls first.
Okay, so it's plus that.
So I
-6.
just rolled and fortunately got a 6. Unfortunately for the Cyclops.
Okay, so I subtract the 6 from his attack roll?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so it doesn't hit because it's a 10. So rock, he picks it up, and just as he was about to throw it, Cassius says, cutting words.
Honestly, I'm trying to think of what would even work here.
Duck.
I mean, like, I
Just-
think that
And in her confusion of just sputtering stuff, the Cyclops looks over, sort of like, what the heck? And just sort of drops the rock.
You know how in baseball, like, they mess with the person on bat? Like, hey, better, swing. I'm gonna try and pull that off on this guy. Just mess him up as he's throwing it, and the rock goes wide.
All right, and as you're saying that, everyone is confused because what the heck is baseball? But anyway, that is his turn.
Sport of hitting balls with the bats.
So, Ozlius, back up to you. Salem, you are on deck.
Yep.
Same first. Second verse, same as the first. I'm going to ice knife.
Okay.
I'm keeping track of how many I have left. So, going to ice knife it.
That hits.
19 hits.
And he does fail his save, so go ahead and roll all that damage.
All right. Thank you. I'll just. Do it in one go. Hopefully this works. 13 damage. 4 piercing, 1 cold. Wait. No, 8 piercing, 5 cold.
Okay.
And then bonus action, Ray of Frost.
That hits.
Okay. 7 cold.
Okay.
and I'm going to. I'm just going to yell or just in some way grab his attention as I just one hand a giant icicle forms and shoots towards him, while on the other hand I just finger basically in the position of a finger gun points and an array of cold energy hits it, and I'm just going to go over here.
All right. You move that way.
I just did.
All right, Salem, you are up.
Also, his speed is reduced by 10 feet.
I was gonna
Yes.
shoot with a bow again.
All right.
18.
That hits.
So 1d6. 9.
All right.
And then hiding again to keep myself hidden.
All right. We'll just keep your same stealth.
Mhm.
Will that do sneak attack because you're hidden, or is that a no?
I don't know. I forget.
Uh,
But I know.
Yes, it will.
People play hide and seek on this app.
then yeah, go ahead and roll sneak attack.
3.
Okay.
Yeah, also just because I believe that you have advantage if you're hidden.
Okay.
And that proc sneak attack.
Okay. So an extra 3 damage.
Yep.
Is that your turn?
And my turn. Yeah.
All right, Uninx, you're up.
Well, my turn is basically the last time of me trying to get out of this freaking hole, so.
All right.
I do
You
my.
successfully leave hole.
Yep. That's. Unix is also going to move. 5, 10.
I will say you can only move 20 feet because you had to move 10 feet to get out of the hole. All right. That's your turn.
He just arrives and just sees a cyclops.
Next
Its
up is
head probably
Cassius.
covered in ice.
Hello.
David, you're on deck.
Okay, so he's getting pretty close to us now. So I think I'm going to aim a shatter right next to him.
Okay. Is that a Constitution save?
Let me check. I think it is. Or, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to help my comrades out. I'm going to cast Fairy Fire on him instead.
Okay, that's Dexterity.
Yeah, that is Dex. DC 14.
15.
Oh, yeah, no.
So
he passes then.
You try and toss some glitter on him, and he kind of stumbles out of the way of the glitter.
In that case, bonus action, once again, I'm going to give Uninx this time Bardic Inspiration.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna keep it short and sweet. I'm gonna tell her, go get him. Also, if you would kindly move me another 2 spaces down and 3 spaces to the left.
This way?
Yes. 1 more to the left.
Right there?
Yes.
Okay. I'm looking at a different angle than you, so I'm trying to do directions.
It's out of the aura, but I think that I'm safely out of the thing's sights for now, so we'll see.
All right. And if that's your turn, then David, you're up.
One, two. Well, fuck, I miscounted. It's
1,
5,
2.
7.
Yeah.
Is this still in the aura?
This right, yeah. That would still be in the
right.
aura. There is a tree there though, so.
Oh shit. Or like right here then.
That'd work.
And I scream at it again to try and get it to hit me.
All right, roll intimidation.
Crap. 23.
All right, and what do you yell at him?
Come hit me, you one-eyed bitch.
Okay. On his turn, he will indeed see the armored man and take you up on that offer. Move 10 feet. He will grab the club from his back, and he will take swings. What is your AC? David? David.
Pardon?
What's your
Oh,
AC?
16.
Okay, well, this dice bot hates me because I rolled a 2 and a natural 1. So just tampered by all the insults that have been thrown at it. He just angrily just growls and starts swinging at you, but you're easily dodging through him. That is his turn.
Stupid
Back up
bitch.
to you, Ozlius.
So
You're being so mean to this guy.
I'm going to just move myself over here so I get a clean, nice little view, and then this will be the last time I can do this because I'll be out of sorcery points. I'm gonna action ice knife, bonus action ray of frost.
All right, go for it. His AC is now lower because he's out of the trees and is easier to hit.
All right.
Chunk boy.
Also, I'm just reminding myself that I have the Bardic Inspiration if I ever need it.
Correct. That hits.
Does it succeed the
He does not.
deck save? Does not. Okay. So I'll just roll the damage. 7 piercing, 4 cold.
Okay.
And I'm gonna roll ray of frost.
That hits.
Okay. 4 cold.
All right.
And can I just get like a little can I roll something or just a guess of how damaged this thing looks? I'm pretty sure it's cold. Definitely.
Yeah, he's got parts of his arms and his chest are kind of red from the cold. And you see bits of ice sort of sticking to him. He does not look healthy. That is for sure. He's not doing great. All right, next up, Salem with Uninx on deck. Salem, you there?
Yeah, hello.
Okay, it's your turn.
Okay.
Oh, Bo.
Why am I watching this?
All right.
Huh?
I will say, I'm assuming you've been moving out of the way of the tree, taking the shot, and then moving back.
Yes,
Okay.
moving back and forth the entire time.
Okay.
I have.
You do get advantage
Okay.
because of the hidden.
I'll take the
And
toy
either
me.
of those will hit, and you do have sneak attack.
1d6 plus 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then 2d6. 12 in total again. Or 12.
All right.
Then I'll hide again. Bonus action hide.
Okay. Next up, Uninx with Cassius on deck.
Unix will be pretty excited after getting some inspiration. And she's going to also cast Ice Knife, but as a level 2. Level 2 spell. So I'll do
Yeah,
my
you know ice knife?
attack roll. I can type correctly, that might be helpful. That's a 19.
That hits.
Okay. And then 1d. What is it? 1d10 for the piercing damage. I got the 10 completely for piercing.
And
but
what
I'm
is
also
the DC for the
wait, hold on, give me 1 second. For the piercing damage, I'm gonna use my goblin feature to once per rest, I can deal my level extra damage with a spell or attack to a creature larger than I. So that will be an extra 3 damage, making that 13 piercing.
Okay.
And then my spell DC is a 13.
He makes it, so he does not take the D6.
Damn. Alright, fine.
Alright. Cassius. Oh, unless you had more.
Nope.
Okay. Then Cassius, you are up.
Okay.
David, you're on deck.
Now I think it's time to get a shatter on him. I'm going to see if I can center it to his right and up a bit to keep anybody else out of the blast.
Right there where I put the arrow, or right there?
And he needs to make a con save. On the other side of him, back towards the aura. Right there.
Okay. Con save. And 14 he has to beat?
Mm-hmm.
That's a natural 20, so...
Ooh, in that case he takes half. So that is 3d8.
19.
So half of 19, so 8.
No, that'd be 10, we round up.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I am,
You're good.
not...
No worries,
I just say
I
not the
got you.
most focused right now.
Everything okay? You good?
I apologize.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah, I'm fine.
David, you are up. He is not looking great.
I'm gonna try and hit him with my great sword.
Take it for a swing. That hits.
24. And then 16.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna use action surge to hit him again.
Alright, go for it.
$24 again.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
14.
Alright, how do you want to do this? How would you like to end our little buddy here?
Bro. I just swing my sword wildly. Hope it works.
Alright, so kind of just closing your eyes, you just kind of swing wildly. The first swing hitting right at his kneecaps, and he kind of and falls on his knees. And the second swing going high and cutting right against his throat. And he falls to his side as the blood sort of trickles down. And you hear a loud thud as he is destroyed.
Epic. I whip a nade over his body.
You do so. Alright. Good job, party. You've defeated the Cyclops.
Can Unix search the body?
You sure can.
You want investigation? Or
Sure, what are you looking for? Are you looking for anything specific or just looking?
just looking for any item I could possibly use for whatever reason.
Alright.
I just say from like the Ozlius just looks at Uninx trying to look for things. I don't think Cyclops have much besides a loincloth and a club.
I mean, I
don't
don't
want
even think the
either.
thing has pockets.
Can you say that again, Cassius?
I don't even think that thing has pockets.
Ooh, that was a 10.
Well, it has a great club. Besides that,
But let me ask this: how large is the Great Club, and how tall is Uninx?
well, it's a basic great club. So
it's bigger than you.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I don't know the it's about as big as David's greatsword, but it's just round and has a gnarled end.
Mm-hmm.
It's much bigger than her.
Says it's large, so yeah. Maybe small.
Right? Is there anything else the party wishes to do with the Cyclops body? Or are we good?
I don't believe so. We can leave it.
Okay.
That was easier than I thought it would be. Usually when they tell us about monsters and such, to be very careful as they're not something someone can handle on their own, but good teamwork. Just looks around at everyone. Also, I'm...
Question. Sorry. Does everyone lose their extra 10 hit points now?
Yes. Once the spell ends, they would lose their hit points.
Okay.
I took no damage.
Yeah, nobody did, and I'm upset about it, but we'll talk about that. But anyway.
I mean, it happens.
It does happen, unfortunately.
I will kind of like pat Ozlius in the back that he was willing to, I guess, stand his ground with this thing coming at us. It's very brave of you.
I took a chance, and it was worth it.
If you don't mind me asking, where exactly did you get that ring of yours?
Right, you weren't there for that. While back in my hometown when I visit, this was a gift that my parents left behind. Might as well use it now.
It's wonderful. I'm not exactly sure how it works, but perhaps you can explain that to me later.
Might as well explain it to you now. It just stores magic.
Interesting.
All right. While they're conversating, what is the rest of the party doing?
Gonna cast Druidcraft and predict what the weather's gonna be in the next 24 hours.
I will say, I will be having this conversation with Cassius. I have been wondering if you do a favor for me. At some point in time, could you cast a spell for me for that fairy fire? I've been wondering if you're okay if I can use that spell.
Oh, just to put the spell in the ring, of course. I can do that when we stop next.
All right, thank you.
All right. Weather says sunny, partially cloudy.
Cool, so I have a golden globe that shows up with that.
High of 87, low of 78. I don't know. I'm not a weatherman. Yeah.
Do we see the tower?
Light, partially cloudy skies. 15% chance of rain.
Good day for a picnic.
Take
the kids out, throw the ball around.
Okay, cool.
What's the high and low?
And now on to Sanchez with sports. Sanchez.
He died.
Baseball.
Well, you see, we've heard
What
of this
is
thing
it?
called baseball. We don't know what it is, but it sounds great. Back to you, Tom. Thanks, Sanchez.
Oh my god. Okay. Some type
Okay.
of baseball has to exist somewhere.
We'll see about that.
It's just a
No.
stick and a ball.
Anyway, before we get too sidetracked, let's bring it back. Party.
Okay.
Kill the Cyclops. What will you do next?
We should keep going.
Can
I feel like we
can I
should continue our way. Or
actually,
continue
there
towards
is
the tower.
something that I want to ask. Since I did roll pretty high to realize that I was a Cyclops, can I roll like an Arcana or something to see how valuable its eye is?
You can roll nature check because it has nothing to do with magic.
Got it.
Or you guys didn't want to kill the gnoll, but you're thinking about taking out an eye?
It's a monstrosity creature. It could be used for potions. I don't know.
Actually, it's a giant.
Well, I don't look. Ozlius would know this. Me as the player would not. 20.
I mean, it's a cool keepsake. You might get a couple of gold from like a collector or a monster hunter or something like that. But it doesn't have any major uses besides that. It'd be a cool keepsake. You could probably sell it, get a couple of gold pieces. If someone really wanted it, you can get quite a few gold pieces, but like it doesn't have a use. It's just really cool, and also proof that you killed a Cyclops. Because how else would you get one?
I'll take my small knife and I will. I guess this is a survival.
Yep.
Oh,
Look,
God.
Ozlius know that. At
Can
some
you
point
just help
in time,
him?
Are you proficient in survival?
No.
Give me a second.
No, I'm asking Uninx.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Then yes, you can help him. So you will have advantage on this roll, Toast.
Great. Now, what's the thing for rolling
A1.
it twice?
So you do the exclamation point R space 2d20 K1 plus whatever your number is, and then boom.
Got it. 19.
19. Takes you a little bit because you've never extracted Eye of Cyclops before. But with Uninx sort of guiding you from what little she knows of getting parts off of animals, you both kind of managed to squeeze this eyeball out and cut around it and cut off the cord that attaches it, and you have a Cyclops eyeball.
For a little bit of imagery, once we took it out, it makes the sound that a cork make when it comes out the bottle. Just
no, it's more of a squelch. Lots of squishing and squelching, and it does not sound nice. It sounds disgusting. It's about the size of a basketball, so you kind of just have this eye.
Oh boy,
Bro, that's like half the size of me.
that is an interesting keepsake, and that is all I'll say on this matter.
eventually, we're going to need some fundings for traveling. I don't want to run out of money, and we can sell this.
It's gonna rot away.
Uninx is gonna druid craft and do like a little small sensory effect of it being super cold where the eye is, so that the eye is kind of like cold and frozen and doesn't just like leak liquids.
I mean, I could do that as well. I take like some. I could very well freeze it to preserve it.
Your effect is instantaneous and harmless. It would not be enough to freeze an eyeball.
Okay, fine. Whatever.
Even if I shape water it a bunch of times.
Do you have water to shape?
I have. What's it called? I
Water
forgot
skin?
what it's. Thank you. Yes, I
It's
do.
not enough, I think.
Well, wouldn't the eyeball count as enough water?
It's
If you want to absorb the moisture out of the eyeball to keep
Which will
the
drain
eyeball
it.
intact.
go for it.
I mean, I would assume that I can just create like a thin layer of ice around it to preserve
Just
it.
pop it and then get the liquid from it.
So you're going to try and preserve this eyeball.
I've
I mean,
I wouldn't.
If we don't do this, eventually it's just gonna.
Go ahead
Eventually,
and
it's just
roll
gonna.
Arcana check to try and use shape water to preserve this eyeball.
Now, is there any way I could roll with advantage with some
No.
with my abilities as a sword? Okay.
You have never tried to freeze an object to stop it from rotting.
Also, I messed up the command. Hello, let me fix that. 14.
14.
It's not gonna last long.
I mean, I can keep doing this every day.
Well, considering shape water says you freeze the water provided that there are no creatures in it.
It's not alive.
It's
an
part of a
eyeball.
creature, so I will say that you continuously try to make the water freeze so that it preserves his eyeball, but you can't quite get the magic to manipulate the way you want it to. But you still have an eyeball.
Alright. Well, hopefully one of the someone from the tower might enjoy a good eye. Or could see the value in it.
You could say you're hoping that someone at the tower might have a good eye for eyes.
Oh.
You know, hopefully they can
I'm gonna
see the
pop
value
it.
in this.
Anyways, continuing
Jesus.
So
on.
I will say that all this
Hey.
occurred while you were traveling.
I see what you did there.
And
Oh my
by the
god.
time
Okay, one more pun. I'm gonna stab his eye. I will do it. What?
I think you're not seeing the point.
I'm okay. I'm stabbing it in the hands of as he says his pun out to the group. I'm gonna slice
And now I
it.
can't see.
Okay.
I'm slicing.
I'm gonna use cutting words on this.
Okay. It's
Go for it.
nighttime and you've traveled and you've made puns. Are we doing a watch, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we are.
All right, what's the order?
I'm first.
I'll just take the darkest nights like always. I don't know what that is in comparing to everything else, but
So if there's 4 watches, I'd say maybe third.
Third would be the darkest.
I'll take third then.
So Salem's going first.
Yes.
I'll take fourth.
Okay, Ozlius is on third. Cassius is on
Pick
fourth. David and Uninx, are y'all going third?
No, I'm going fourth.
I'll go third.
Okay, so David, you said you're going third, David?
Yes.
So no one's going second watch? Because it's Salem on first, no one on second, Ozlius and David on third, Cassius and Uninx on fourth.
I can take second watch.
So Cassius on second, Uninx on fourth?
Mm-hmm.
And Ozlius and David on third.
All right.
All right. Go ahead, Salem, and roll perception.
16.
All right. Nothing too crazy. You do notice in the distance, the clouds sort of start just coming out of nowhere and start swirling. It's pretty far distance, but you can notice it. But as it gets darker, it's harder to notice.
Okay.
But yeah, nothing interesting happens. If there's nothing else you'd like to do on this watch,
Nope.
then Cassius, second watch. Perception check.
Hello. That's 12.
You don't really see anything interesting. Nothing interesting really happens.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very pretty night. Feels good.
Peaceful.
You can kind of feel a warm breeze coming from the south and headed northeast.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Ozlius and David. Both perception checks, please.
14.
Still nothing major. You can feel a breeze start to pick up, and you do see lightning in the distance.
During this time, since there is someone else in this watch, David would see Ozlius while looking at the distance. He is shuffling a deck of cards.
Okay. Fourth watch. Uninx. Perception. 12.
Well,
Yeah, nothing major. You do see in that distance the lightning starts to pick up. It's a pretty hefty storm out there. This is interesting because your thing said it would be partially cloudy today and not stormy. But at the end of your watch, everyone wakes up and you all continue on the road toward the tower. One more night of rest before.
I'll play us a little song as we travel.
Okay.
And at some point while we're traveling, can you it's very simple to put a spell in here. Just cast it and touch the ring, as I hold my hand out.
Okay, and I will cast Fairy Fire for the ring.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna fill the rest with Ice Knife, and I'm keeping track of it. So it's. Do you just want me to tell you what I have in the ring right now, or?
I trust you to keep track of what you have cast.
Okay.
Like you've been casting Ice Knife into it, and you role played this out, so that's fine. Just keep doing that.
Just so that you know, I do believe it uses the original caster's stats, so the DC for Fairy Fire would be 14.
Got it.
Yes.
I mean, our charisma modifiers are nearly the same right now. Exactly the same.
I have a +2, you fools.
And do remember that is Fairy Fire is the second level, right? Or is it first?
I thought it was
no,
first.
it's first.
Oh, okay. And yeah, just keep in mind it keeps up to 5 levels.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
okay.
worry. All the spells in this rank so far are first level, and I'm keeping track. So.
Right. So you, the party, proceed on your journey toward the tower, getting closer and closer to this storm that's been building up. No rain, but heavy winds and a lot of lightning directed at one place. And as you get closer, you can see the tower in the distance, just rising up into the sky past the storm clouds. And you can see the flashes of lightning around it on the ground and up at the top, but you can't see the top of the tower. I'm assuming if there's anything that the party would like to talk about during this travel before you get to the tower, we'll take care of it now. If not, then we will go ahead and proceed to the tower.
To the tower?
To the tower, we can always just do it in the out-of-game chat. So
yeah.
Okay. So you arrive at the tower. It's very hard to hear each other because the wind is so loud and it's gushing almost like a cyclone, but not as heavy. It doesn't like hurt you and it doesn't like push you, but it's just very loud and circling around this tower. And there's lightning flashes like super close to you. It makes you almost nervous. But it never seems to strike close enough to hurt you. You approach the tower. It's very similar to the one that you attended at the school, but it doesn't seem as large width-wise. but its length is past the sky, just as the other one was.
You mean height?
Yeah. What did I say? Length.
Length.
Yeah, height just as high as the other one, but not as wide or as long. A giant set of 2 wooden doors marks the entrance, with a stone arc around it. You have arrived at the tower. What do you wish to do?
Do we see any guards or anything, or is it just empty on the outside?
It is empty.
I'd love to stay and knock, but it is literally raining lightning. We should get inside, and I'm just going to check the door, see if it's unlocked.
It does not move.
Ooh. Knocking.
Can I mage hand knock? Just mage hand and just knock with my mage hand?
Sure. Cassius, you on one side, knock, and then right next to you, you hear a similar knock. Nothing happens.
Can I attempt to break down the door?
You can certainly try.
No,
I feel like we
before
probably should be avoiding property
I-
damage.
I put my hand on his shoulder and just, this is a terrible idea. Please don't think of this idea. I'm pretty sure our teachers at some point told us about what we're supposed to do. Can I make a history check to remember anything that our teacher told us about entering into a tower, or?
Sure. Go ahead and roll history check.
Okay, can I roll history as well then, since I'm also a student?
Go for it.
Good.
That isn't that one.
Mine's not much better.
I still rolled higher than you.
You don't remember at any point them telling you. You don't remember.
May I
It's
take
very
a
much
crack
a
shot
sort
at
of.
this?
It's very much a. Hey, how do we get into this tower? What? It's very much
I'm
a.
pretty
You
sure
don't. You're not sure. There is a
they
tower
already
here, though.
told us. Okay.
There probably isn't anything special about it.
I'm trying to. Is there any entrance besides like the giant wooden doors, or just?
You can walk around the tower and check. It'll take you a good 10, 15 minutes to walk around this thing.
Can Uninx throw like a seed that she just finds on like the side of the road? I would assume while we were walking or something. And throw it, like, put it between the doors and druidcraft to bloom it to try to push the door open.
Uninx, I have a question. Can I see Nibbles for a second?
What are you trying to do with Nibbles?
I cast Mage Hand right in front of me, and you watch the Mage Hand is open up like a palm.
Okay,
I don't know if
what you want to do.
I just want to see if he can see anything or around, and I could just move around the hand.
Oh, okay.
All right, so hold on
I
before we
don't
get.
know that Nibbles is a pet, so I'm just going to say like, oh yes, he's a familiar, correct? You can see through his eyes.
No, he's my pet. He's not my.
Not familiar.
No.
Then I'll just got it. I didn't realize that, and the hand just disappears.
Uninx, what were you trying to do? Put a seed in front of the door?
I was gonna put like a thorn bush like seed in between the two doors, since it's like you said it's 2 doors, right? So like
it's a double door.
Okay, yeah, so like put it in between underneath and then use druidcraft and blossom it to hopefully push open the door that way.
So are you digging under the door?
No, I'm just sliding the seed under there, then druidcrafting the seed to blossom it.
The seed will not fit under the door. The door is flush to the stone it sits on.
Well,
Okay, well then mold earth, move stone.
Okay.
So we're digging a hole underneath, and we're gonna tunnel our way through.
Or we can
Salem,
just
I'm
break
pretty
the
you
sure.
door.
don't happen to have any lockpicks, do you?
Well,
No.
no, because Unix can
So
During this
as
time,
Uninx goes to mold earth,
can I do one last thing?
Hold on.
Sorry.
As Unix goes to mold earth the door, you all see a sheen of green, and the spell has no effects.
Okay, I'm going to try something. I'll just do it. I cast Thaumaturgy on myself, and when the ability Thaumaturgy have, I can basically microphone my voice, make it
Okay.
louder, and I'm just gonna. We are students from the academy on a quest, and I just keep looking. I don't, and hopefully that'll work. If not, I might have made a mistake.
Nothing happens when you yell.
okay. Unix is gonna kind of stare over at Ozlius and be like, "So this is a conjuration tower, right? Do we need to use conjuration magic?"
Let me double
Actually,
check.
Like
Trevor,
ice knife? Ice knife.
Trevor,
Yeah, that's
because of my
conjuration.
family's history with the school and the fact that all of my siblings have taken this test before me, though I dropped out, could I take a crack shot at remembering perhaps is this really as simple as getting the attention of the one inside, or is this a test?
Go ahead and roll history at disadvantage because you have heard lots of stories from all of your siblings who have attended the academy.
Mm-hmm.
And to be fair, entering a tower isn't as exciting as some of the stuff that they
Fair.
get to do.
That's a 16.
Okay. You don't remember anything specific of them telling you how they got into towers. But you know it's possible because they completed it, so there's got to be a way inside.
Yeah, well, in that case, I'm just going to turn to Salem, and I'm going to ask him, you don't happen to have any lockpicks, do you? It looks like magic isn't going to get us anywhere here.
Well, we
And
haven't tried
though
conjuration.
it's rude to break in, I'm sure that they'll forgive us.
Better than destroying it. I'm just gonna double check if Mage Hand is
Yeah, if
conjuration.
somebody would like to cast conjuration magic on the door, feel free.
Okay, well, how many spells do I have left? Okay, does it, when you use your ring, it uses up a spot, or no?
Basically, if I store spells in the ring, it doesn't use my current spell slots.
Okay,
So I can just cast
ice knife.
I just want to double check if I have any other conjuration magic.
Okay. Okay, well, Unix will say this. If you don't have
Mage Hand is conjuration.
lockpicks, maybe we could ice knife it at the door and maybe it'll open. Or break.
Let me just see. Can I?
I will remind you that you did knock with Mage Hand on the door and nothing happened.
Question: There's
conjuration?
Please describe the door again. Is there like handles or anything? Or
there are two giant ring-like handles on the doors that you would presume to pull open or to knock with. That is what I'm assuming y'all knocked with, unless you just knocked with your hand.
I actually just knocked with my hand, but I'm gonna use the ring things this time, and maybe that'll make a difference with Mage Hand.
It does not.
All right.
I'm standing by my suggestion for Salem picking the lock.
I'll just look around while he picks the lock. I'll just do a look around the tower. Maybe there's something. Maybe this isn't the entrance. Maybe there's a back door.
All right. Again, it'll take you about 15 minutes to walk the perimeter of this tower.
I'm perfectly fine doing that.
Okay.
And I'll see if there's like windows or anything.
All right. You proceed to walk around the tower. What is everyone else doing while this happens?
Waiting.
Everyone's
Okay.
just gonna wait.
Uninx is going to use her dagger to try and open the doors.
Oh wait,
Okay.
there's a door in front of us.
Huh? Yeah, there's a door in front of you.
I'll just picklock it if I can.
See? Okay, that's what I was saying earlier.
Surprisingly, there has to be a lock on a door to pick lock a door.
Oh,
There is no lock on this door.
it's just a
Interesting.
door.
It's a two door, if that makes sense. Like there's two doors, but they're connected. They have two ring handles to pull them open. But they will not open when they're pulled.
What does it look like above it?
It's
What if we
just
both try
straight up
knocking at the same
stone
time?
tower that goes straight up. You don't see any windows.
Maybe it's a push, not a pull.
What if we just have to go ahead and we have to knock at the same time with both the rings?
You can certainly try.
I'll do that.
I'm too short to try, so one of you.
I'll just do it. I'll use both. Or if they're close together, Sam will knock on both of them. If not, he'll grab one of the door
Did
knockers.
the school give us anything for this?
All right, you grab two and knock.
Yep.
Nothing happens.
Okay, then I guess try and push.
So, asking the DM, is there any windows on the side of the tower?
No.
Why don't you try to push then? We'll use Cassius's idea.
Is there slots that looks like the door can be pulled?
You can roll an investigation check to check the door.
I'll do that. What is my thing again? It is.
Bro, if we're doing all of this over a pull door, I swear to God.
That's why I said, is this a push or
That's why I said, just try to do both of
Nope,
them.
7.
Okay. It looks like it could go either way. You could either push it or pull it.
I'm pushing it.
It does not move.
I'll pull it.
It does not move.
I will stab my sword in the middle inside. I don't know.
You stab it in anger. Seemingly enough, the chips that you make seem to instantly seal up.
Someone use magic on it.
Well, I tried to do some magic, but it didn't work, so maybe it has to be the conjuration magic. Is Mage Hand conjuration?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
So, also, do I see anything after just walking around for 15 minutes?
You see a tower.
Okay, so nothing to note, no back doors, no
Nope.
one on the outside.
As you do get to the back, you can see in the distance the ocean. In the
That's
cliffside.
nice.
But no
Why
back
don't-
doors, no back windows.
Why don't we use Mage Hand to pull open the door?
That has been tried.
Oh, bro. Let's just break it.
So at this
It's
point,
gonna
I
repair
just
itself.
so at this point I show up and say, so no one opened the door yet?
Oh, we haven't been able to.
Okay, step aside. I'm going to. I assume everyone just backed away when I start to cast a spell.
Are you gonna ice knife the door?
I mean, I'm not gonna use one of my spell slots. I have a ring, so I'll just. I'm gonna finger gun the door, and I'm just gonna shoot an icicle at it.
All right. As you
I'm
fire
ahead.
the icicle, you see it touch the sheen of green, and the sheen of green kind of just shatters, and the ice knife touches the doors, and you see two symbols, triangles with circles around them, appear on the door, and they sort of cross like veins over all the doors before the doors slowly swing open.
Uninx just rolls her eyes and she's like, "See, I told you we should have just done that first."
Wait, So did the ice knight hit the door, or did the doors open before the ice
The
knight?
ice
hit
knife
it?
hit the door.
Okay, I was just afraid that the door just
Mm.
opened wide open and just an ice knife just hit through the inside
No.
Are
of
you
the
still on your phone
tower.
still?
It hit the door.
Okay,
Uninx is now triggered.
The inside is
So-
pitch black.
Oh, in
I'm
that
gonna
case,
head
I'm going
out
to
now.
just pop a few dancing lights into existence.
now is this just regular darkness, or is this just?
As you pop open the lights, do you send them into the tower?
Yes, I do. So I keep two of them generally around the party, and the last two I'm going to just send ahead.
As they enter the tower, you do not see the lights.
Interesting.
I'm gonna go inside the tower. Is this magical darkness?
No. It's sort of, but as you step in, you see inside all of these gears, sort of electrified and moving around, and you see different elevators and stations sort of moving up and down and left and right. It's like a giant mechanical elevator all in one. Like things are moving and switching around. You see doors there for a second, and then they sort of a sheet of metal sort of moves over them and covers them up and reveals another door in another area. And it's this constant pattern of stuff moving, floors moving, and twisting. I'm assuming the rest of you follow, or not yet?
Yeah, we follow.
All right, so you all enter in and are looking around, and you hear from above, "Well, it took you long enough. I was wondering if you were ever going to make it into this tower. But I'm so glad that you did. Now we can begin the first test." And you see floating down on a disc an older looking gentleman with spiky white hair, like all on the back of his head, bald on top, wearing these large goggle spectacles, wearing sort of a lab coat, and he's just sort of writing it down in a journal and smiling really wide at you as he floats down. And I think we're going to end it there, just at 7 o'clock.
Oh boy.
Welcome to the Tower of Conjuration. Now you have figured
So
out.
the lesson is shoot down the door. Okay.
Lesson is I'm triggered that I didn't just do it.
The lesson
Hey.
is embrace property damage.
I was just worried that we'll just be put through a harder trial for destroying the door and not doing this peacefully. But I'm glad that I just shot it down. Maybe we have to be worried if it's a special kind of magic each tower.
Well,
Fair.
I guess you'll have to figure that out as you
used,
run into more towers. But we're going to go and end the live stream here. Thank you all for watching. We really appreciate you. Thank you, players, for playing. And
Thank you.
everyone, have a great night.